I once broke up with a girl because she wouldn't stop counting. I wonder what she's up to now. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips of things that work for me when I wanted to improve my emotional intelligence. My name's James, and thank you so much for checking out my YouTube channel. I'm on a mission to support dads, specifically first-time dads, and even more specifically than that, first-time dads who may be struggling with their mental health. A bit like I did when I was a first-time dad. If you grew up with a father who wasn't a big fan of talking about his emotions, don't be surprised or give yourself a hard time for being the same.
So many fathers have never had the language for their emotional life. And that's not a flaw, it's a missing framework. When there's no model for vulnerability, it becomes easier to avoid, dismiss, or distract. Staying silent isn't strength, it's survival. And if no one ever taught you how to say, I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed, or I need help, it's not your failure. That's inherited silence.
Your dad, like you, was probably doing the best with the skills and knowledge he had about being a dad, in the same way I imagine his dad was, and his dad before him. Traditionally, men over the years haven't been great at talking about their feelings. 100 years ago, that was less of an issue. That said, the role of being a dad these days requires dads to be much more hybrid and have a set of skills that maybe their dads didn't need to have. If, like me, you're a dad who might do half or more of the childcare for your children, then it's good that you've got good emotional intelligence. I get it wrong on a daily basis, but I am committed to trying to improve my emotional intelligence and my ability to support my children with all the ups and downs that they face in their life. Tip number 1, build emotional vocabulary even if it feels awkward at first. And that can be as simple as naming what you feel. Even to your newborn baby, who will not understand the words you're saying, but will definitely be picking up emotionally on the way you're saying it. I'm frustrated, I'm anxious, I'm tired, I'm scared. Saying these things out loud when you feel them are training you to be better and more comfortable at feeling them. It's not only helping your child, but it's helping and training you to be better at managing these big emotions. Don't be afraid to use simple check-ins with yourself during the day. After the school run, I quite often sit in the car and go, I'm really tired, or that was really hard work. Being kind to yourself in the form of self-talk is a good thing to do, and the more you do it, the less awkward you'll feel about doing it. Also, the more you practice naming your emotions, the easier it's going to become to express them to your partner and in the future, your children. If you're struggling with your mental health, even if, like me, you're doing your best to mask it, your partner will know. Silence being a big red flag. There's nothing scarier than living in a house with another adult who you know is struggling and is trying to hide. I would much rather my wife come out and tell me, I'm really scared, I'm really struggling, I'm really feeling overwhelmed, because then I can do something about it, or at least listen to her. Your parents did their best with the time, energy, and resources they had, but they were probably copying what their parents did. And if their parents didn't have great emotional intelligence, probably because their parents didn't, then it might be up to you to break the chain. If you don't teach your kids about emotional intelligence and how to manage their emotions, then there's a strong chance that they might grow up to be parents that don't know how to support their children emotionally. Tip number 2, practice micro-connection with your baby. You don't have to become a fully expressive person overnight, and to do so might be quite alarming for whoever you're living with. A good way to start is start with tiny non-verbal moments, making gentle eye contact with your child when you're feeding them or changing their nappy, softly narrating what you're doing in the moment, talking to them softly about how you feel about them, how proud you are of them, how much you love them. They won't understand the words, but they will definitely understand feelings behind it. Smile and respond to your baby's cues. These micro interactions build bonding and will train you to tune into your own emotional signals. And tip number 3, model repair, not perfection. If you emotionally shut down or feel emotionally overwhelmed, or you don't know what to say, especially as a first-time dad, that's completely normal. Becoming a parent is probably the steepest learning curve of anything I've ever tried in my life. And because you inherently know it's the most important role you'll ever have to play, there's a lot of pressure attached to getting it right. Not knowing what to say or do is especially normal if no one ever modelled it for you. If no one ever modelled emotional openness to you, then how are you expected to understand it? What I think is more important is doing some work to improve your emotional intelligence so that you maybe break the chain and help your children to become emotionally literate. The only guarantee I can give you, apart from the immense elements of joy and life-affirming moments of becoming a parent, is that they will go hand in hand with pressure and stress. I'm afraid that's just baked into being a parent. And as difficult as it is to own bad behavior or when you handle something badly, there's something really liberating about owning it. Telling your partner, I was really stressed earlier, I'm sorry, I flew off the handle, I'm doing my best to try and get better at this, is all you need to communicate. I'm sorry you felt I slightly disengaged, I just needed a moment, but I'm here now. These small repairs teach emotional intelligence far more powerfully than you always pretending that you're completely composed. I really hope you got something from this video, and if you clicked on it, firstly thank you, but also give yourself some credit the fact that you're looking to improve your emotional skills, not just as a parent, but maybe as a husband. And that's admirable, because not everyone does. I really hope wherever you are in the world, you're okay. And if you just became a parent, I hope you're getting some sleep. If you're a dad with an inspiring story about how you overcame a mental health challenge and might feel kind enough to support me by having a chat with me over a Zoom to tell your story, please let me know in the comments below.
I spent the whole night wondering where the sun was. Then it dawned on me.
When you're a parent, well, you know there's gonna be an endless list of jobs to do. You'll try washing with soap and bleach and lava, but your hands will always smell of someone's poo. And when I've done 500 jobs, it just gets replaced with 500 more. I'd like to be a man who gets to sleep in his bed, not someone else's floor. I'm exhausted, but apparently not as tired as my wife. I'm exhausted, but I wouldn't change a thing about my life.